We arrived in Corfu mid-May. Weather was still not that great, which is okay. We had to go into a marina anyway in order to do our paperwork.
Oh yeah, lots of paperwork in Greece. More than any place I think we've been to so far. You have to see the port police, then you have to go to customs and immigration because we're a non-EU registered boat. It took us about 2 days.
And the Greeks love this kind of paperwork.
Okay, so we've just come back from Corfu town, the main port there, where we have to go and see customs, because as a non-EU registered boat, you have to get what's called a transit log, quite a leafy document, and also pay our cruising tax.
Lots and lots of paperwork with carbon copy paper, which I haven't seen for 30 years.
I know, lots of stapling and lots of giving you change out of their own purses.
Oh yeah, the woman who did ours, she handed our change back out of her purse. Unbelievable.
Christmas is back on.
Yeah, Spiros, Christmas is back on. Boomerang's arrived. The last time I was in Corfu, I was 6 years old.
Oh, just out of nappies.
I wasn't just out. I wasn't just out. I was out at least 5 or 6 months, I think. But I can still remember it. And I can still remember places like Benitsis, like Kirkira town, like the coastline.
Finally, the weather's come good. They did say, what was it, May 17, things start to improve. That's certainly the case here in Corfu. We've just spent a couple of days in a marina and we're now heading down the east coast of the island to try and find a beautiful anchorage. We're hoping to anchor for, well, as long as we can now. And we're just about to sail past Corfu town. We found a fantastic little anchorage called Patriti, and what was really fantastic about Patriti was there was a taverna on shore called Leonidas, I think it is, the best
Good memory.
taramasalata ever.
We bought their entire stock of taramasalata for the boat.
Oh, we're going back just for that.
Yeah. Those sardines got it. This one's still alive. Quick. At this point, and whether it's because our shakedown sail had not been the regular 30 miles, but it was like 280 miles shakedown, the boat decided, oh, I just don't want to play anymore, and the generator decided to have a little bit of a moment.
Hello. We appear to have a problem with our generator again. We had it serviced before we left Licata, but we've just tried to use it for the first time and it's not getting enough revs up. It just won't take any load, so we called the engineer as we normally do, and he seems to think that there's some problem with the fuel, but yeah, we can't see any problems where there could be a fuel block or anything, so we're just going to have a little bit more of a ferret around. There was a little switch, I think it's the solenoid, that appeared to be in the off position, so I've opened it. Let's see how it goes. Dale, give it a whirl. We are the Chuck Norrises of diesel engine maintenance. Very happy. The generator's working. Unbelievable, just the smallest thing, and because we're such novices, we really had no idea of even where to start. But it was just that little switch, flicked it across, and it's working. And one of the main reasons that we want it to work is so we can use our water maker, and we are now making water. We are turning sea brine into pure water and refilling our plastic bottles. So this means that we can stay at anchor indefinitely now. We don't have to go into a marina to restock the boat with water or fill the boat up with water, both to use the showers, to wash, to flush through our toilets, because we use fresh water through our toilets, but most importantly, water to drink. So we are super happy.
And once we'd fixed this, something else happened. Of course it did. And this time it was Poopgate 2.
There's a little hint of pooper smelling in the boat. We had a holding tank alarm go off the other day, and we think there may, not saying any names, but someone
said,
may
there's
have...
room for one more. Didn't you, Kelly?
Anyway, I don't know, but we're gonna, it just doesn't quite smell right down here. It doesn't smell as pretty as it normally does. And it normally smells very pretty. I don't know why I get to do this job.
Yes, that's
You pretend you can't smell it, that's what you do.
I can't smell it.
Yeah, you could, see, there you go, proof. Oh, that's deeply unpleasant. It's a little brown puddle. Fortunately I've got these on. Time to clean that up. Oh my god, that is so disgusting. That's your brand.
No, it's
Yes.
not. It's not pure white with very little smell, so it can't be mine.
Oh my god, it's in the deepest, darkest, hardest corner in the boat to get to. And I need Inspector Gadget arms to get to it. Oh my god. I think we need to open that window. Oh Christ. Open the window. I'm the Chuck Norris of plumbing as well. I had that thing cleaned up. I went nuclear on the cleanup, just by the way, because we had a couple of guests coming on board, and the last thing you want is a boat smelling like poop.
What a stunning place, this island. Isn't it? It's absolutely gorgeous.
So Nikki and Kirsten joined us, and they were quite keen to explore inland.
We hired a couple of scooters. To be precise, we hired one scooter and one quad bike amongst the four of us. And we needed a little bit of practice. Well, Kelly needed a little bit of practice.
Yeah, because I drew the short straw and had to drive the quad. I hate those things, they're so dangerous.
Yeah, they are. And Kelly had a quick lesson from Spiros. Everyone in Greece is called Spiros. And this
Corfu,
is
yeah.
in Corfu, sorry. And so Spiros had his fun-sized Mars bar in Kelly's back, giving her the lesson, which made his day. Absolutely sure of it. The smile on that man's face was biblical.
The whole day was traumatizing.
How are we feeling about it?
Can we get 3 on your back?
The whole time it was leaning to that side, so we're having to like counterbalance it. It was a death trap. Here she comes, the passenger.
Can't wait.
She's so safe.
Saddle up.
Too much laughter at my expense too, by the way.
Do you want to talk about the helmet? Darling, turn around. Yeah, you've got it on backwards.
But that's at the back.
No, that's the front, because that's where the visor would attach.
Oh, no wonder it was so tight and uncomfortable.
There you go.
It's such a
Back
tool.
to normal.
Oh god, me and bikes. No, it doesn't make sense.
After 4 days of real laughter, the girls left and we headed south. Paxos, the baby sister of Corfu. Very pretty sister.
Paxos is a gorgeous little port lined with restaurants and bars, and probably its most picturesque when you're at anchor.
Here comes a little fish.
This is so blissful.
So this has just come in beside us. What a cracking looking boat.
That's beautiful. The water is so crystal clear. So I'm just doing a bit of work on the boat because I can see the hull. And I can also see there's nothing in the water that might bite me. This is when you wish you'd bought a smaller boat. I'm scrubbing all the growth away from the side of the boat here. But it's a bit of self-interest because Jonathan's threatened me with keel hauling. So try and make sure we don't get any barnacles down there. Nearly there. The water is crystal clear, but as a result, it's also really popular.
Yeah, and so what you have is you have every single boat that is near Corfu, makes a beeline, every charter anyway, and sailing week. So they all rock up, these 18 to 30-year-olds in 10 boats, 8 or 10 per boat. So you get 100 young testosterone-fueled people coming in, and so every owner who owns a boat is on the bow, hands on hips.
Yeah, the Bingle-ometer is like that, isn't it?
Yeah, so the Bingle-ometer is 0, you don't own a boat, you're perfectly happy with life, you just get on with your life and everything's great. 10, you've had a boat and you've sunk it, and again, you just get happily on with your life. We live in between 0 and 10 every single day on the Bingle-ometer. I don't want to leave the boat until what he's doing.
Yeah, I don't want to leave the boat yet either. Not until we know we're safe. Because he could easily swing into us at the moment. Little bit rocky in the anchorage at the moment. We're okay, but those guys over there who are tied stern to are copping it.
From Paxos, we headed south to the left cast channel, which is quite an interesting nautical navigational thing that you have to get through to get south.
A bit nervous?
No, I'm okay, but I should be more nervous. There's nobody. There's only 2 boats coming in behind us.
What makes the Lefkas Canal quite unique is that there's a bridge that opens to let all the boat traffic through, and it only opens at the top of every hour. So you've got to do the timing's got to be absolutely perfect.
It should be quite processional. It just seems like a bit of a free-for-all at the moment. Well, see, 11 o'clock. And there's the horn. There's the bridge going up. And you're all doing about 6 knots in a row, and then of course people are coming the other way, obviously, because people are trying to come up. So you're in fairly close quarters, doing ram speed down this canal. Nutty Hermans.
We'd gone down south to catch up with a couple of mates that we'd met in Licata. Had a few beers. It's only a mild 40 degrees here in Greece. A few beers too many, I'd suggest.
I had a few beers, lost the boat.
God's sake, we're so lost. We are so lost.
Okay, swearing is going to help. It was pitch black, and all you have is a sea of top lights. We are right next opposite the chartered company.
No, we're over there. Go further. Go west. Go northwest. Southwest. I'll go southwest.
This is the second time we've lost the boat. Both times alcohol's been involved.
Yeah. So the moral of the story is don't buy a boat.
Yeah, that's our boat. We were there. That's us. That's us right there. No, that's not us. Seriously? Why would you do this?
Well, we're now coming into Albania. Not in my top 100 countries in the world. I don't think it's even my top 100 in Europe. But this is us coming into Albania now and find out what it's about. I mean, presumably Albanians eat food as well, so.
You make it sound like we're going to some kind of primitive society, love.
Game of Thrones. Albania is coming.
Boomerang is coming.